Um, so I don't know for everyone, but when I went to the last page of this book, this big ass photo of the author scared the shit out of me. I really don't know if this is a trend now, but it's a really big photo. Namaste guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm Divya and I make videos book related and from now on also on dentistry. So if you're new to my channel and if you like any of this topic, please do subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button to get notified every time I upload a new video. So as I talked in my live video that I haven't read much in my break time for this whole September, as I was really busy with the clinics and all, but I do get to read some of the reviews copy, and this is the one of them, that is Write Me a Love Story by Ravinder Singh. And also this is the first book by Ravinder Singh that I have ever read, and it was good, not bad, not that bad that I was expecting it to be. So yeah, let's head on to the review now. So Write Me a Love Story by Ravinder Singh is about Abhimanyu Razdan, who is a very famous and spicy romance author of India, and the another lead in this book is Asmita, who is editor for literary fiction work in Paper Ink publishing company. So now Abhimanyu has been going around to get to a new publication house because of that his previous publication house has signed up his rival Rezwan and he didn't want to work there now. So he was looking for a new publishing house, and as every publisher want a very famous author to publish their work from them to just make their own publishing company famous and profitable, Paper Ink publication company found it and they were trying to get him into their house and his new book published through them. Now the story starts from where Abhimanyu has gone to the Paper Ink publishing company to get to know them, to know if he is up to them or if he really willing to sign them or just to work with them. And while going there, he meets Asmita, a female lead who is again the editorial head of literary fiction work, through an incident of car parking, and they just love at hate at first sight kind of thing happening here, love and hate relationship. So that's what happened here, and now he is willing to sign with the publication house his new work only if Asmita is ready to edit his work as a revenge. Now there are many things that I really did not get it plot wise here, so I'll just tell you bit on when we go into the review. So this is the whole main thing, how the story starts. Now how story further takes place is that, again as I've told, love and hate relationship, they had hate at first sight and love at second sight because of their book, because of his book actually, which became there at the end of the book. Now let me first talk about what I really liked in this book. So the thing that I liked in this book is, first thing, writing style, which I was not really expecting. There are of course some minor grammatical punctuation errors, but I really don't mind them. So the thing is that I was expecting the writing to be really let's just say that very mediocre. I really don't know why, but I was expecting it to be that, because the previous romance books that I've read from Indian authors, they were that only. But hats off to the author, the writing style is really good, up to the mark, and he explained the characters and setting, everything on this book was good. And I have also read the reviews, and it has been said that his writing style was not very profound in his previous works, but now in this work the writing has really improved. So again, cherry on the top for the readers, his fans. So that's good. Now even though the plot is very common for me, not something really new that I haven't read, but the thing is that the way author has described the struggle of being in publication company in this publishing house and in this literary world is good. He has described every aspect of how author struggles to publish a book, what goes behind the doors of a publication house that many of us don't know and take it for granted. So I really like that aspect of the book. But now let's go on what the things I really did not like in this book. first thing, as I've said, I'm not really fond of this plot, like author and the auditor, like it was not that bad actually. It was again a common topic for me, but the thing, the way it was executed and the way it could have been executed are two different things. The way it was executed is very common, and the way it should have been executed could have made it a unique plot. So now the thing is that, as I've said, every Indian romance author or every Indian author, I think, somehow is very much influenced by Bollywood, that they just can't stay away from it. And it happens in this book also. I'm even talking about it myself. Well, when I am writing my own book, it happens that I do sometimes think of a scene or write it how it should have been played in a Bollywood movie. So I really like understand that, and this was the thing that I really did not like in this book, because the whole scenario in this book, the whole plot in this book again turned out to be a really like suitable for a romance Bollywood movie. But as for a book, it was not that great. Yeah, it was not that great. And another thing is that the characters, let's talk about characters now. The characters are very one-dimensional. Now if I talk about Abhimanyu, our main lead, he is a dashing, charming with a 6-packs or even 7 or 8-packs abs, and just overall a very handsome figure with the good creative writing and romance actually. And he writes very spicy romance. That's why he has a very good amount of female fans even in India. And another thing is that he is a very arrogant fellow. He thinks of himself as the top and others at the bottomest bottom. So that's him, or Abhimanyu Razdan. So it's about that, and the whole book, it was only about that. He's a very much like attached to his own work, that he don't think anything other than his work. If his work is going to be number one, he'll do anything for that. And meanwhile, in the process of that, he is not afraid of hurting other people in the process. Might have revealed quite a bit of plot in this, if you can guess that. And now as for Asmita, she is again the editorial department head for literary fiction, but she agrees to do it for Abhimanyu because of her own reasons. But another thing is that she flips such a way, I really don't know. Of course, I can relate it as a reader, that when you read a book, you start falling in love with them and you somehow get connected with the author also. But the book in this book that Abhimanyu is writing is again a quite spicy sexual book, and because of reading that, Asmita started falling in love with Abhimanyu, and that whole concept was not very like acceptable to me, because the way she revealed it, or the way she get to know herself was stupid in my way, because she just suddenly write his book, and at the first he was hating him, and then suddenly after reading he was just like love, everywhere is love. It's such an instant love that I was like, please give me some more detail about this love. So that's another thing that I really did not like about these two characters mainly. And then there's another character, side characters, Maya, who didn't have many pages time here, but she was there and she did a pretty good job in being in the book. Nothing very special about the side characters. And then there is this rival Razwan, who just was here to create a misunderstanding, and that he did. That's it. So that's all for the character. As I've said, setting, plot wise, I've already said what it was. Structure, it was alright, not a very solid one, but it was there. And now for the ending part, I liked it how it was kind of an open ending, or between open and sad ending. Not exactly open and not exactly sad, but it was a good ending, because it did create a tension in the minds of the reader, in the hearts of the reader, to know who wants them to be together or who don't want them to be together. So as for the conclusion, my final opinion on this book, that it's an okay book. I read it in one sitting. I actually skipped quite a few pages, especially of the writing in this book, because I was not feeling that. Actually, of course, read many adult romance novels. It's not a very hidden topic here, but I was not feeling that. It was like they were just unnecessarily written. I don't mind that he has written them, but they could have been short and actual story could have progressed. Sometimes, most of the time, I thought that this book just progressed because of those sexual pages in it. If not, it would have ended quite a little earlier. Not that much of 300 or 400 pages, but just whatever pages this book has. So yeah, I don't mind them, but they should have been connected with the story, not just like suddenly it is there. So if you're like that, if you don't mind them appearing just of nowhere and love reading them, spicy details, of course there are a lot of spicy details in this book. I might tell you, there are a lot of spicy details. So if you're an adult romance fan, you might love this book. So keep that in mind. Also, do not recommend it to kids, especially kids. Do not recommend it to kids. So yeah, it was like a beginner's romance novel. You can try it out if you want. I won't say it is a very brilliant book. It was okay. I read it in one sitting. I'm being repetitive, so that's it. So that's it for this book review. Do comment in the comment section if you have read this book, or if you have read any of his other works which you would like to recommend me. Do comment in the comment section. So goodbye to the next video.